So something a bit different. These come off the scrap. I'm going to try and fix these. Well, I don't know if they work or not. Basically LED floodlights. There's no cables on them. The cables have been cut off and then they got thrown in the scrap. My other brother-in-law brought these up. Not the one that brings me the PS4s. My other brother-in-law. So he brought these up. He was like, oh, if you can get them working, you can use one for your front garden and he'd have one for his front garden, you know, for the CCTV and stuff. Because even though my CCTV's got night vision, it's not the clearest. And I have to manually turn the light on to be able to, obviously, see full colour. So it would be pretty cool if I could get these working. So I've got some cables which I'll use for the for these, but if I do get these working, like if these do work, if I do get them working, you know, whether they work already or whether I repair them, I'll still need to take the cables back off because, you know, I'll have to thread the cable through the house and whatnot. Today's video is sponsored by PCBWay. Whether you've got a simple project that requires a quick mod board or you want to launch your own products to the world, PCBWay can help. With fantastic pricing on multi-layer PCBs, flex PCBs, 3D printing and even laser cutting solutions, you're sure to get everything you need all in one place. Custom PCBs start from just $5 for a 1 to 2 layer board with a fast 24-hour build time and free shipping on orders over $30. PCBWay are also proud to announce their new aluminium PCBs, which start at just $120 per square metre. Check out what PCBWay have to offer by clicking on the link in the video description or the top pinned comment and get your project started today. Thanks again to PCBWay for sponsoring the video. Let's get back to the repair. Yeah, so this is FL02BPCS, 220 to 240 volt AC, 20 watt, IP65 rated. I wonder if I'll keep the IP65 rating when I open them up. What size? These are hex bits. These are not torqued bits. These are hex bits. That's too big. So next size down. These are going to be 2.5s. Cool. Yeah, so I'm going to put some cables on them. Damn, they're tight. Ooh. Set it to max. That's better. A bit more torque. Depends on the problem, yeah. But yeah, if I can use one for myself and give my brother-in-law one, then great. You know, if I get them working, then wicked. Sergio, thank you, buddy. Just subscribed on Twitch. Thank you, Sergio. I appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Well, what we got? Oh, we got a wired nut. Oh. Wow, why? Like, why downgrade the wire rating? Like, well, I suppose it's only 20 watts anyway, so it's not really like it's going to be a major concern to downgrade the wire rating, but it does mess with resistance and whatnot. Alright, so we got the earth, and the problem is the earth is on this ring thing, whatever you call them. Right, hang on. Is it even earth in it, considering the screw thread is painted? Like the actual screw thread is painted inserted. Is that even earth in it? I don't know. Either way though, let's undo that. So I don't even know if these work. There is a slight issue in that I'd need to match the cable gauge in order to keep the IP65 rating because of this seal. I suppose I could always silicon seal them if needed. I'm trying to get these seals off though. They are on there a bit tight. I suppose they have to be, but Just try and loosen it up a little bit. Yeah, the one issue is I don't have... Oh, there you go, that's better. I can do it like that now. I don't have wire nuts, so I'd have to use a Wago for this. I've got Wagos, I just haven't got wire nuts. So to join the live cable up to the sensor, I do need to join it with a Wago rather than a wire nut. Stick to the freaking colour coding, for God's sake. Like that's bad, that is. Like, in fact, I think that's probably illegal in the UK. Because there's no identifier on the wire. But just look at the way that's designed. You've got the brown wire, which is always live in the UK, right? But then from that, it goes onto the wire for the sensor, and that's black. Like, stick to the standard colour coding, for God's sake. And then you got red and blue coming out. Like, come on. I get that you need to identify the output wires, but damn. Terrible design. Absolutely terrible design. Damn, that takes some heat as well. I'm at 400 degrees Celsius on my iron. Solder sticks to solder, by the way. Wow. Solder joint's shocking. Look at this. Hang on. Let me zoom in. State of that. Jesus. Good Lord. That is rough. That is rough. Damn. Yeah, but this is AC that we're dealing with, Gossam. Like, at that point, it's AC. It's not been converted to DC. Consolefix.shop. Right, I'll resolder all of that properly in a little while. Right. I've got a cable here that I'm going to use for this. If you are copying me and you cut your hand off, I am not responsible. But please, please make sure you send me a picture so I can laugh my ass off when you do. Alright? Oh, and if you set fire to your house by doing it as well, I'm not responsible. That I wouldn't laugh at, but if you cut your finger off, I might have a good old chuckle. I might have a good old chuckle. I need a stripper. And no, I don't mean the dirty kind. Right, so... no, I need to pop this back on here. This goes that way, doesn't it? And it looks like the gauge is pretty much the same. It looks like it's going to make a good seal. Damn it. Might help if I put the nut back on. Right, I'm actually going to leave that bit off for a bit, till I've actually got the wiring done. So we've got the live, which needs to be connected up with this sensor wire. I suppose you could bypass the sensor by connecting that wire directly up to, I'm assuming that red wire. So if you wanted it always on, you could bypass the sensor, but we don't want it always on, do we? Because that would be a nuisance. And I'm gonna expose a bit of this, and in fact, I'm gonna solder this wire together. I'm not gonna wire lug it or anything like that. I'm just gonna solder it. Soldering the wire is probably more reliable. Damn it, long term. No, I need some heat shrink. So let's not solder it yet. I shall use red heat shrink. I shall use red. Let's get a... No, I don't have any smaller red ones. Never mind. Red is positive on the DC end, yeah. Black is, well, old colouring. So black on AC, I think it was around about 2005 it changed to brown and blue, but black was neutral on old AC colouring in the UK. I mean, I get it, these are like universal wiring, but like in the UK it has to conform to UK wiring codes, and this doesn't. But this is why I'm using a red heat shrink for it, because at least then it's got an identifier. Like, you can use any colour wire you want, but like, let's say for example, and I've actually got some. It's earth sheathing, for example. Like, you can, like, for example, if you earth something and it doesn't have the colour coding, but the yellow and green colour coding, you have to put earth sheathing on it. Same as the wires as well. You can use any colour you want for positive and neutral, for live and neutral, but you have to identify them by the with the sheathing. So you have to change the sheathing on them. Well, just wrap sheathing around it. Right, it's not the greatest connection, but it will certainly do. Where's my little side cutters? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'll just soften that up. Push it down. I can heat shrink over it, and it'll be fine. Some of the heat shrink's melted because of the heat. Clue's kind of in the name, isn't it? Right, that'll be perfectly safe. There we go. So that'll be fine on that. Neutral. Needs soldering to the PCB. So I'm going to expose a little bit of the copper, not much. Twist it round. Put that in there. Just resolder these joints that I sucked away with the solder sucker. Tad of flux. There we go. Right, now for the earth, unfortunately, I do not have any of those terminals. So, obviously I need to earth it and ground it to the body. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the sheathing away right at the end, exposing a bit of the copper. Always cut away from your body. Yes, I'm going to expose some of the copper like that. Get rid of that. I'm going to grab some heat shrink tubing. Unfortunately, I haven't got any yellow that fits, or green, to be honest. So, just given the fact that it's only a small amount and the identifier is there anyway, I'm going to use some blue. Actually, no. Yeah, blue will do. It's fine. It's whatever. So, literally, that's just to heat shrink over the top of this terminal here. I'll use a bit of this blue heat shrink. The identifier's there on the wire anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's not too much of a big deal. I really shouldn't be soldering the wire, but it is what it is. I don't have the terminals. Yeah, I don't have them, mate. I've got the crimper, I've just got none of those terminals. None of those specific ones, should I say. It's not a major issue. So, yeah, I shouldn't be soldering it, but it's all good. It's only for the earth. Yeah, I know my sausage fingers are in the way. Unfortunately, this is really something that you can't do under the microscope, so I have to just zoom in, really. That'll do. Whoops. Not really a big deal, is it? It's fine. Be careful. No, I'm all good. I'm all good. I know what I'm doing. Wait, what? Oh, wow. Wait, does that even go in there? Like that? Yeah, it does. Oh, bollocks. I've put it the wrong way, ain't I? He's only put it the wrong bloody way. Well, I am not undoing all of that. Not a chance. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to plug it in, see if it works. If it does, I'll just swap that out for a standard plug. It's moulded anyway, and I can't stand it. To be fair, actually, no, I've got to do that anyway. I've got to cut this plug off anyway to be able to get the cable through the wall. So I'll just put a standard plug on it if it works. I don't have any standard plugs right now, but yeah. Oh, we have light. We have light. Hey, make a good studio light, wouldn't it? Your eyes indeed. Right, that's gone off. And when it moves, it comes back on. There you go. Yep, picked up my hand. That works. Gasket. The gasket's around it, mate. It's inside the thing. I'll show you on the other one in a second. I'm going to do the other one. I'm going to do the other one. Another one. It's a bit annoying now. They've got freaking wire lugs on them, though. There we go. One working spotlight, security light, whatever you want to call it. That'll come in handy. Not a bad find on the scrap. To be fair, I can do that right now, can't I? Because, well, like I said, it's got to have a new plug put on it to get wired in. So I might as well just cut the plug straight off it. And I don't like these plugs anyway. These moulded plugs are absolutely crap. I normally change them on my own stuff. Change it to a standard plug, because you can buy a standard plug for like, what, £2-3 quid. I'm assuming this is going to only need a 3 amp fuse as well. This has got a 13 in it. I'm trying to cut it. I don't know where my cutters are. I'm cutting it, but I'm trying to be careful. I could have just got my ox knife. There we go. Yeah, so I can thread this back through now and get it all sealed properly, and then it's ready to be installed on the house. Plug as a yank. Yeah, we call them plugs. Socket, you call them, don't you? Well, we call them plug sockets, but... Well, actually, no. This is the plug, and the other end is the socket. I know you guys call them receptacles. Right, so that's got to go that away. Right? That away. That away. Alright. Sweet. I actually matched the cable gauge as well, look, on that one. Tighten that up with a pair of pliers as well, just to seal it as best as I can, but I don't have any to hand, so... Awesome. £3 for a plug. No, more like £1 something, mate, at the hardware shop. It costs pennies, mate, honestly. It don't cost much. Get a shot of that. Cool. Don't know why I cut that off, because I'd have to strip the cable down anyway. Let's do this one quickly. Won't take long. Now that I know how to get into it and stuff and what I need to do. Yeah, so there's a rubber seal just on there. So there's your rubber seal there, and that obviously protects it from water ingress. Right, on to the next one. So we need to undo that, desolder that, Desolder that. Undo that. Get rid of that. Take that out. Get rid of that. Take that out. Desolder that. Consolefix.shop. Get rid of that solder. Cut that. Trim that. And then get a cable. This cable's actually got a removable plug on it. My brother-in-law can have the shorter cable. Ha! Right, let's pop these on first. The right way this time, of course. Let's get a cable through there. Always cut away from your body. Always cut away from your body. Not that you should ever strip cable like this anyway. You should get proper cable strippers. I am going to order some because I need some to wire the new workshop up. There's actually a video on YouTube of me when I sliced the top off my finger. Like, it wasn't too bad, but it zoomed in, it looked gruesome. It looked like I cut my finger off. Yeah, in the UK it's 230 volt now as well. It's changed. It used to be 240, it's 230 now. Let's solder it to the board first. Solder the PCB side first, shall we? Damn it, that weren't enough. I should play a prank on my brother-in-law and solder one directly to the PCB without the sensor, so it never goes off. That'd get him. Piss him off, but it'd be funny. Right, so there's that. I'm going to use a little bit more of this blue heat shrink. For the earth. I could probably unclamp it and reclamp it, but with a pair of pliers, but meh. It's not a big issue. Make sure there's plenty of solder on that. Ow. That hurts. It's a little bit hot. I hate it when the heat shrink melts. It's so annoying. Not that you really need the heat shrink for the earth, but use it anyway. Right, I'm going to use red for the live wire. I'll put half on that side. Half on that side. Keep your gob open for too long. Ha! That's one weird Nintendo Switch. It is indeed. No, we've just done one. The one of them works. These were picked up out the scrap. Funnily enough, like, don't understand why people throw them away. Unless they've just had new ones, but it's wasteful. It is big time wasteful. Right, I'll pop that over there first. I don't worry about cleaning the flux off on just wires, it's pointless. Drop that there. Pop that there. Tuck that all in. So it's all nice and neat. That is some cheap ass wire. That is some cheap ass wire. It is pretty warm, yeah. It's 20 degrees in here. It's raining though. There we go. Let's turn the time right the way down. There we go. Oh, it's all light. There we go. Yeah, buddy. Right, let's just test the sensor. Let's wait for it to go off. Boom. Sensor. Yeah, as soon as I moved it. Good. That will do me nicely. 2 working lights. Nice. My brother-in-law can have the one with the shorter cable. Fuck him. There we go. Nice scrap salvage. Not bad.